Hello and welcome to another episode of What's Inside. Today we are looking at the Rising Sun Daimyo Box from Cool Mini or Not and Guillotine Games. It's got a really cool cover, and this is all the Kickstarter bonuses, I believe, and it looks pretty phenomenal. I'm going to butcher all the words because I don't speak Japanese or any other language. I barely speak English. So let's take a look at this. This has a new clan called the Fox Clan and 10 new monsters. The clan screen, 10 extra cards for monsters and whatnot. And it's also got some plastic rings. We've got 24 plastic stronghold tokens. We've got some plastic war markers. We've got 6 alliance markers, 10 plastic mandate tiles, 2 clan markers, which are these little thingies here. Then we've got 20 plastic Ronin tokens, 18 monster bases, 1 huge monster base, and 4 large monster bases, a black Daimyo base, and 3 Shinto white bases. And we've got a political board. So, some pretty cool upgrade stuff. So let's see how good a quality it is, and take it from there. Now this is probably going to cost you, because this is a pretty big box. And if you can find it used, you'll want to watch this and see what all is supposed to be here and what it's supposed to look like. Because this is the Kickstarter stuff. You're not going to be able to find this at a retail store unless it's used or the retailer picked it up. Oh, that's a lot of stuff. Some of that's bigger than I expected. But check out this art on here. That's pretty cool. It's got some really cool art on the sides, I think. Alright, so let's see what we've got here. Here's our clan screen. We'll look at these a little closer once I get everything out of the box. Here's a big stack of minis. Those are plastic disc things. And a whole bunch of other little stuff. Alright, so let me get the box out of the way. These things I think are a little cheaply made, so you'll want to be kind of careful with them. If you step on it, it's going to break. It's not highest end plastic. So this is the only thing I was really disappointed with in the previous box, and it's a minor complaint, so I would have liked them to be kind of rubbery like they did with the Zombicide ones, but that's just a nitpick. So let me adjust the camera so we can get a tighter shot on these and see what we can see. I went ahead and opened the lid here. There's some tape holding it down. Be aware of that if you're getting this in the mail. Alright, this is kind of multi-leveled, but there's only so many miniatures in here, and there are actually more holes in here for minis that aren't included for some reason. So I think those were ones that maybe the goal didn't get reached for or something like that. So be aware that, yeah, there's only supposed to be 10 monsters and these 10 orange guys. So let's look at these. So here's what looks like a guy with a halberd or pike or something. And there are, of course, 3 of him. Then we've got 3 of this big sketchy looking dude. He's actually got his arm over his chest. He doesn't just have one arm. It looks like his arm is folded over. So these are pretty nice minis. The orange color is really cool. It's nice, like slightly burnt orange color. And we've got like a rifleman here. I don't know how well that's going to show up on there with the lighting I've got. I apologize if it's not coming out that well. I'm doing my best here. And we've got the leader guy. Looking pretty cool. There's only one of him. There's 3 of the others. So try not to lose this guy. Alright, then on to our bad guys. Start with this little dude here. He's looks like a Monkey King kind of guy. He's got his feet up holding onto the staff, tail hanging down, and it's like he's held up by his cloak there. It's a pretty neat looking mini, actually. Alright, then we've got this big panda looking guy. It's a pretty heavy sculpt. It's okay. Not bad at all. I think he'd look a lot better painted up. Next we have this like Phoenix lady. The wings look really good. Around the jaw looks a little rough, like maybe the molding isn't quite as good as it could have been. But the wings look really cool. Next we have what's probably a Naga. Some sort of serpent looking thing. See the part in the hair, and it goes down, drapes down over the sides. Pretty cool looking snake model. Very, very scary looking. Now we've got another little one. This looks like a fox person. I'm sure we'll find out more when we get into the cards, because I have no idea what these are. Alright, next we have like a cat. Then we have what looks like almost like a witch. Then this evil person playing with their hair. Pretty good detailing on these. I'm actually kind of impressed with that. Then we get into the big monsters. We've got Gadzuki. I don't know what he's really called. If you're old enough to get that reference, I'm sorry. So he's a nice big mini. Real solid piece. Yeah, you can see the seam on the tail, but I think you could hide that with painting. I'd be a little worried about these pieces here getting busted off, so I'd try not to drop him. Otherwise, it looks pretty good. And finally, we have another dragon-looking creature. Again, the tail, I would be a little bit worried about that. It does snap glue on down here, so if you do drop it, it's probably going to break right there. But I'd still be a little bit worried about it. So that's a real cool looking dragon. Some of these would make really good display pieces. Alright, that's the minis. So let's get those out of the way. And look at our other stuff here. And again, this is held on with a bunch of tape. There's 3 tiers here. So if you buy this used, it should have 3 tiers. So here's our turtles with buildings on them. You get 4 of those. They're all exactly the same. And these will look really cool if you paint them up. They're pretty heavy too. They're pretty solid little pieces. Got some nice detailing on them. Next we have these little Ronin markers. Guess it's upside down, sorry. These are pretty nice. I think these are a little nicer than what you get in the core box for pieces. Like these are about the same, but they still seem slightly higher quality. You get 2 of this one. And then here's your little stronghold markers. And they're actually just stacked up. Looks like you get 4 of each clan or faction. So there's 5 colors. You get your red, you get your powder blue, yellow, orange, and this purplish, pink, magenta, whatever it's called, color. So that's the bottom row. Then your second row has these little stands for the flags. There should be 8 of them. And then you have the flags separately here, and they are numbered 1 through 8. So this is number 2, obviously, all the way to 8. Then you've got your yin yangs here. These are actually kind of heavy. These are nice and solid pieces. It's sealed that there's probably a weight of some kind in there, but pretty nicely constructed plastic. Different symbols on each one. I don't know what they are. I haven't played the game yet. But they're pretty nice. And that's the second tier. And then on the top tier of this, we've got our war advantages card and political mandates. So political mandates are on one side, and on the other side we have war advantages. So nice little handy reference thing. There's like some empty spots here, and then we've got some cards. These are our monster cards. We'll look at these last. And then we've got these. Let's pop these out. These are pretty heavy. Nice thick plastic. The backs are all the same. These are actually really high quality, I think. So it says train on this one. Then we have recruit. Then harvest. And marshal. And betray. That's lovely. But look how thick that is. It's thicker than the card stock on the maps, I think. So it's a nice solid piece. We got 5 of those in here. I'm sure the other one has 5 as well. So let's find out. Now obviously if you buy this you're going to want to know what's in here and the quality, but so far I like these parts the best. These are nice pieces. Have a real good feel. They feel like dominoes. So there's a betray, marshal, harvest, recruit, and train. So you get 2 sets of each one of these. So you should have a total of 10. Note the colors that you'll want to check, see if the paint's all there or whatever. And they all have the same symbol on the back. We've got our little clan screen. These are kind of cheap, in my opinion. They're not real thick. They feel like they're going to get crumpled, especially with sharp corners. And once you start folding them, the seam here is not that nice because it is not that thick a cardstock, so it will get torn up pretty easily. But yeah, overall, very useful information on it for your clan. This is the Fox clan, obviously, because that's the one that comes in the box. And let's get our cards out here. There. So we've got 3 autumn, 4 summer, and 3 spring. So let's start with our autumn again. And here we have the Sacred Warrior monster. Has +1 force for each virtue card you have. Oh man. Okajiro, maybe something. Monster. Counts as 5 force. Summon this in the ocean at the start of the war phase. Place this in any province and destroy all enemy strongholds there. That's Godzilla. Then we've got a Kitsune monster. Whoever wins this war province token gains 6 setting suns. Alright, that's our autumns. And now to summer. First up we have the Nira Ona monster. Counts as 2 force before resolving war in a province. This may cross a shipping route to join that battle. That's that creepy snake one. Next we have the Jinni Inki. Each time another player is killed in this province, gain a setting sun and lose honor. Then we have the Koneko. If this is killed, gain 2 coins and 2 Ronin tokens. Other players in this province lose 2 coins and 2 Ronin tokens. And lastly, Tsunakiaki Baba. At the start of war, you may take hostage a Bushi or Shinto from this province. And that is the summer cards. And our last 3 are spring cards. We have the Earth Dragon. Counts as 3 force. At start of battle, you may move 1 figure from each other player out of this province. Kotahai. You win this province's harvest reward if you have the most force there, no matter who played the harvest mandate. And lastly, the Phoenix. If this is killed, gain 1 setting sun and return it to the same province immediately. Alright. These are pretty awful, scary looking monsters. So, use them wisely, I suppose. But that is all that was in there. That's the whole box. Seems to add a lot to the game. New faction is always good. It's always nice to have options when you're playing. And now you'll know what to look for if you pick this up used, because you'll know what's inside. And that is the point of the show. But that is the Rising Sun Daimyo Box. You will need the core rules and core box to play, but if you didn't invest in the Kickstarter, this is what you missed out on, and it looks pretty cool. But that'll do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. Make sure you hit like and subscribe, and we hope to see you on the next episode.